to the Inspector General of Police to ask him to provide security.
Okay.
We attached the clips, translated. He was speaking in Kisomali in front of the President, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, threatening violence when the President is there. And when the President was to speak, he said nothing. Because the President is part of that violence. He is part of that scheme of selling fear to the people of Kenya. We are not only going to Garissa, we'll go to Mandera, we'll go to Ajia, we'll go to Marsabit, we'll go to Isiolo, we'll go to every part of this country and liberate Kenya. And by them trying to stop us, it will only light the flame of freedom and liberation in that part of Kenya.
Okay.
And for a long period, the people of northern Kenya have been stifled from getting information. There is no development going in northern Kenya. Since the advent of devolution, over 1 trillion shillings have been expended in that part of Kenya, but there's nothing to show for it. There are no schools, there are no roads, there's no electricity, there's nothing. The MPs, the governors, they live in Nairobi, the MCAs. In fact, when William Ruto was there, he left with the MPs from Mandera and came back with them. They live in Nairobi. They put up malls, they put up flats. All the money for the development of northern Kenya has been stolen. Okay. And William Ruto was saying that it has been like that since independence. It is under your watch that you are allowing these leaders to steal from the people of northern Kenya. Okay. Why Aden Duale would like to stop us from going to Garissa and Wajir and Mandela? He doesn't want us to go and present facts to these people of how their money has been stolen by their leaders, on why they are not having development, on how much money has been allocated to them, but this money has been stolen by their leaders. But I want to tell Aden Duale, you are late. You cannot stop us from going to Garissa. You cannot stop us from going to Mandera. You cannot stop us from going to Wajir. The people of northern Kenya are Kenyans. They deserve to hear from leaders who are truthful and who care for them. The people of northern Kenya have invited me to go to Garissa, to Wajir, to Mandera. Garissa, I'm coming. Wajir, I'm coming. Mandera, I'm coming. And the people of those areas will protect me. They'll protect me the way the people of Kikuyu protected me, the way the people of Nakuru protected me. You can use militia to fight us, you can use police to fight us, but God and the people of Garissa will take care of us. And I'm sure we'll have a very successful meeting. And that will be the turning point on the politics of northern Kenya. It will be the turning point. We'll have a very candid conversation with the people of northern Kenya as to why they suffer underdevelopment, as to why they suffer malnourishment, as to why they die from hunger, as to why they have no water, as to why they have no hospitals, as to why children, mothers die during childbirth, as to why so much money has been given to that area and there is nothing to show for it. We'll have that conversation.
So I'd like to understand, is it the DCP party with Rigathi Gachagua going to Northern Kenya, or the
United Opposition? We move as a pack, we move together. The United Alternative Government is one. Once in a while we go different ways, but many times we go as a team. Northern Kenya is very important to us as the alternative government, and the people of Northern Kenya need to hear from Rigathi Gachagua. They need to hear from Kalonzo Musyoka. They need to hear from Fred Matiang'i. They need to hear from Eugene Wamalwa, Justin Muturi, Martha Karua. They need to hear from us, all of us. We do care about Northern Kenya, and we are going to come there as a team. And we will not be in a hurry. And let Duale do whatever he wants to do. If he wants to kill us in Garissa, let him go ahead. Now that he is on record, threatening us with violence in front of President William Ruto, if anything happens to any of the leaders from the United Alternative Government, Aden Duale will be held accountable, and he'll pay for it.
I get that. I want us to transition a little bit before we wind up on the issue to do with 2027 elections and the exercise that is currently happening as far as voter registration is concerned. 2 weeks ago, I sat down with one of the principals in the United Alternative Government, that is Martha Karua, and she did not express confidence when it comes to the IEBC to conduct a free and fair election.
The chairman, Ethicon, was an attorney of Joseph Delok, the deputy chief of staff of William Ruto. He has been having meetings with Akina Sudi and Akina Ntutu in Serena Mara and others. He has been refusing to meet us. He has refused. We set up teams to start interrogating the process.
What kind of feedback have you gotten when you tried to have a sit
No,
down?
we went to see him and he was very warm, but after that he was summoned by William Ruto and told to stop engaging us. But we'll force the engagement. The people of Kenyans will force engagement. If they don't make the process right, we'll ask Kenyans to occupy IBC across the country.
What conversation do you want to have with the chair?
On the process, we want to discuss the process, the IT system, the voters register. We want to agree how it will be audited. We want to know why they are not having enough machines to register people. We want to discuss the process. The process of elections is as important as the outcome. So we want to walk along because we are stakeholders, but he is offensive. He doesn't want to engage us. We are going to force that engagement. If he doesn't want to meet the principals, we will go to IBC with the people of Kenya. We'll go there, all of us. We'll walk there with the agencies and everybody. And we'll ask them to occupy the IBC offices across the country. Nobody can steal an election from the people of Kenya. The people of Kenya have made a very serious decision of the kind of government they want. And IBC will not stop the people of Kenya of getting the government that they want. They will be forced to do things the right way by the people of Kenya. So let them, we are going to write, we have written to them, we have asked for a date to go and meet them. If they don't, we'll go there with the people of Kenya.
Okay.
Yeah.
You will have a conversation, of course. However, right now, do they give you the confidence that they can actually do a free and fair election if elections were to be held today?
Let me assure the people of Kenya that it's very difficult to steal an election. When election rules were changed that votes are counted at the polling station, it became almost impossible to actually steal an election. What we need to do is invest a lot in quality agents to make sure there is no monkey business. But we'll work on the process. I'm sure it's doable. Whatever hiccups are here, there, and there, we'll force them through because Kenyans must have a credible election. Kenyans must have a free and fair election. Okay. And it's not a favor by IBC, it's a right, it's in the Constitution. We'll engage IBC, and if push comes to shove, and they are unwilling to engage us as principals of the alternative government, we'll enlist the support of the people of Kenya in forcing them to have a conversation with us.
All right. In forcing them to have a conversation with you, of course. I want to look at the zoning conversation that is happening across the country. You are part of a coalition or united alternative government that has so many political parties within that. Do you engage in a conversation where you would actually consider zoning so that one party gets to clinch a particular seat?
I don't believe in it. DCP will have candidates across the country, 47 counties, 290 constituencies, 1,450 wards across the country. But in major town centers like Nairobi, where the political dynamics are quite complicated in terms of regional and ethnic composition and party loyalties, obviously there is a need to avoid friendly fire. So I believe I'm willing to have conversation with the fellow principals around Nairobi and Mombasa. I'm willing to have conversation around Nairobi and Mombasa. Again, between parties that are working together. For example, I have a very good relationship with Wiper. We would have some concessions, but on a friendly basis. No coercion, no rules, nothing. Not the kind of thing we are having between UDA and ODM with threatening this and that. That's not a very healthy political marriage because it's based on deception. William Ruto is calling ODM, and I warned them that he'll destroy ODM, and he has succeeded. ODM was a strong political party. They will be lucky to get 20 seats across the country because William Ruto has destroyed ODM. That's a conversation for another
Lucky
day.
to get 20 seats across the country.
Yeah.
That is MP seats.
Yeah, because like you see in Western Kenya, he has enticed through monetary benefits MPs from ODM to move to UDA. He is doing the same in the Coast region, and that was predominantly, an ODM zone.
Okay.
In Nyanza, he has put parallel candidates at the UDA through PS Raymond Omolo, who is having a lot of money, and he is sponsoring candidates against Raida's MPs. There are MPs who stood with Raida for all the years, and Raymond Omolo, sent by Ruto, has recruited opponents of those MPs, and they have serious money from the state. Again, Raymond Omoro has developed a very serious capacity for goonism in Nyanza. Those are the goons that will be utilized to make sure that the original ODM characters are nowhere. And that is what will happen. They are trying to say this and that, but that is the truth. They have been outfoxed, and Ruto has cornered them. You know, he tried to do the same with the mountain, to divide the mountain. I refused. I was very firm. That's why he has a lot of problems with me. He wanted to divide Mount Kenya east and west. I say no. Okay. It cannot happen. He wanted to use Akina Ichung'wa to make Kiambu out of the mountain. I say no. The mountain is one. We'll have one basket, one vote. But he has succeeded in dividing ODM, and actually he has made now ODM a Luo party. You know, he has made sure that the coast is gone, western is gone. He has made now ODM a Luo party, and even within that Luo party, he has brought UDA to undermine, the original ODM characters.
That was the
That
strategy.
is William Ruto. That is a divisive character, divide and rule. I've seen a very useful headline in the People, whether divide or rule, whether it's real or as an illusion. It is an illusion in the mountain, it's real in the ODM. He'll succeed in some areas like ours, he will not succeed. Because as we know him, you know, we have had the benefit to know him. The Luo people do not know him. They just saw him the other day. So just the same way he conned us, he's conning them. And already they have fallen victim. They cannot recover. He has destroyed the ODM irreparably. It cannot be salvaged. But for the mountain, he wanted to divide the mountain vote to make it useless, to make it less potent, to make us less irrelevant in the national political equation. But I, with the support of a few leaders and the residents of the mountain, the Meru, the Embu, and the Kikuyu, we have stood together as a people. And we have said nobody can divide the mountain. We will go to this election as one. And we'll have a vote in one basket.
Okay. Talking about the division that was attempted on the Mount Kenya people. Yesterday you said Kindiki has been reaching out to you in regards to forgiveness. Who is he sending?
Well, I don't want to expose his emissaries because the state will go for them. But I said two, but I have added one more. Dividing the mountain, I cannot forgive him. I am very, 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 very angry with anybody who tries to divide the mountain, because our unity is our strength, is our future, is our relevance. Without a united mountain, we are nobody in this country. So anybody who tries to divide the mountain is an existential threat to our very existence as a people. So anybody who tries to do that will meet my wrath. And that's why I am on Kindiki, because he's the one, and CS Ruto has been using to try to divide Mount Kenya east and west. I cannot allow him. He has been using Kimani Ichung'wa to try to remove Kiambu from the mountain. I cannot allow him. I must go for those characters. I must make sure, as the leader of the region who is accepted by the people and was elected by the people, make sure that I retain our relevance in the national political discourse.
When you say
I retain our strength, I retain our influence, and that influence, that relevance is hinged on our unity as a region. We are only useful to other Kenyans politically, in terms of political engagement, in terms of coalition building, when we are one, when we are united as one block.
Let me talk about your presidency as I wind up, and I'm totally out of time here. Has your philosophy when it comes to matters leadership changed over time, ever since you are impeached right now that you seek to be the next president of the Republic of Kenya? Has it changed?
Well, I'm a people-based person. I'm a better leader, obviously. I have more experience. I have engaged Kenyans more from a position of down when I'm one of them, because I hold no position in this country. So my conversation with the people of Kenya is very free and real, because they are not intimidated by any position. So it's very truthful. That's why you see what I say in Kenya passes, because I get it real, raw from the people of Kenya, because I am just an ordinary Kenyan. I engage Kenyans freely. They don't fear me. They don't hide anything from me. They tell me as it is. This impeachment has made me a better Kenyan. It has given me an opportunity to benefit from the wisdom of Kenyans, to interact with Kenyans freely, and to hear exactly what the people of Kenya want.
Okay.
And that impeachment, we are in court on 27th, 28th, and 29th. I went to the High Court to challenge the petition, that it was unlawful, it was unconstitutional, and I would like it to be expurged and I be compensated, because I don't want to go back to office.
Right.
Ordinarily, I should have fought for the impeachment to be discharged, and then I can be reinstated in office. But I have no intention to go back to office because I cannot work with William Ruto. He's too much of a dictator. He has ruined the country. He is a one-man show, and I would not like to be part of the ruin of the Kenyan nation and the economic hardships Kenyans are going through. He's also quite deceptive. He's not truthful.
Okay.
It's not anybody you can work with.
Right.
So I'll be in court on the 27th, 28th, and 29th is when the judges have set 3 days to hear me. My lawyers are prepared well, and I'm very hopeful. I'm very hopeful that the courts will find that the process and was unconstitutional. The accusations were frivolous, and they had nothing to do with undermining the Constitution. It is William Ruto who had a problem with me, and he obtained the impeachment through fraud, through bribery and coercion. So I am hopeful, but it doesn't matter to me. By the way, the outcome of that process in court is neither here nor there, because the fact that I'm at home impeached has not stopped me from being a Kenyan leader.
Was an impeachment a blessing in disguise for you?
My meetings are most attended. They are organic. I paid nobody. Kenyans listen to me. They treat me as their leader, irrespective of having been impeached. But Kenyans, there are several types of leaders. If you study leadership, you have what you call traditional leadership. Those are the Wazes. You have charismatic leadership, the one of Jomo Kenyatta. You have positional leadership, the one of Kindiki. He is a leader because he has a position. But you have functional leadership, the one of Rigathi Gachagua. I'm a functional leader. I hold no position in Kenya, but I'm a very serious leader in this country.
Would you say
there is a very big difference between being in power and having power.
So you have
there are
power.
people who are in power, but they have no power. For them to address a meeting, they have to pay people. If you have to pay people because they cannot listen to you without paying, you have no power. I hear Oburu is crying, he wants power. Now he has changed tack, now he is asking for respect. He cannot get power when Kenyans are suffering because of fuel increase, and he is eating with Ruto. How can he get power? Power comes from the people. Having a position is nothing. I feel like Kindiki has a position, but he cannot address any meeting in the country without pay. William Ruto today is president. He cannot address a single meeting in this country without paying people. Rigathi is here, he has no position. He's just an ordinary citizen. Wherever he goes, thousands of Kenyans listening to him. That is what is called being powerful.
So you are powerful. Would you say your impeachment was a blessing in disguise?
It was a blessing in disguise because I don't know where I would be sitting. Kenyans would have killed me now. People back home would have burned my house. I mean, what is happening is unacceptable. I am happy that I'm not part of this administration.
All right. Thank you so much, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, for your time. Much appreciated. All right. That does it for us here on Napoli Talks. Do have yourselves a lovely day. Let's do this again when God says we do. My name is Brian Amoy.
Thank you.